Hello, everyone. This is Bella. Hey, Bella. She's so sweet, but she doesn't really like being brushed, especially her back area. Her back, I still have to work on her tail. See, look at that. She's like, So, and she's super sweet and super calm. See, but every once in a while, especially when I was coming down here and stuff, she'll kind of like get tense and then nip a little bit. And, not hard, but enough to keep you on your toes, And sometimes it'll come like close to the face, she'll kind of come at my face. And so hopefully we'll catch it live so I can show you how I respond to that. Usually I just try to, just make sure I'm calm and just breathe, because a lot of their reaction is in response to how we're feeling too. So, she is a little nervous, and her mommy just asked me if maybe they should have give her some like anti-anxiety, some calming medicine. But I told her, yeah, she's fine. It's really just the back legs here. See that back leg, how it's packed with all that dead hair. So this side here, as you can tell, I haven't brushed out yet. See how clumpy it looks? But I did do this side here. See how much smoother it looks? Good girl, Bella. We were actually in the closet. So that's what that hair is. I actually gotta go get my tools. So we were in this closet here because she was hanging out in here. And I was like, oh, okay, it's wherever you're comfortable. But now we're out of the closet. And here we are. Let me set this tripod down. Okay, so now I'm working on her left side. And I just work on the floor here because she's way too big for my table, so, And I think they I used to actually do this in the bathroom, so she had less space to walk around, move around. We were confined in like a smaller room. But she really didn't like that, and she was really uncomfortable with it. So now I just let her roam around. I have two leads on her, so I let her have as much, like freedom as possible, so she doesn't feel too confined. And if you notice, I'm going through with this metal rake first, and it's has serrated edges. So what this is gonna do, it doesn't see it's still like a carding tool because it's pulling out dead hairs. But if I went through with just this, the metal comb, well, I guess I could because I actually did go through with the rake earlier. I was waiting. I just got the okay that I can go ahead and stream this live. So that's why I got most of this area done. So her right side and then her left head, neck, and the chest area. See that? So I got most of this done now. Good girl. And then when I lifted up the leg earlier and went under, she kind of nipped at me. So I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna, since she is so big, I have to respect, her size and how she's feeling because it's not like a little Maltese nipping at you. When this kind of size dog nips at you, oh, you're okay. Thank you so much for being patient with me, Bella. Thank you so much. I love you. So you just have to be gentle and calm. And I really like using the Ho'oponopono method of the four phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. And I think it's perfect for grooming because whenever I go through and then I catch, see, it's not catching so much now, but when I do catch on an area where it makes her feel uncomfortable, and she looks at me, then I say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And then she usually, her mouth opens and she relaxes again. I say, thank you. I love you. And I mean, it's just, I like it. But it's called Ho'oponopono. And I learned about it through a book called Zero Limits by Joe Vitale. And yeah, it's about not trying to change the other person or the other being, not trying to change anything about Bella, only changing myself and clearing myself of any anxiety, any fear, any nervousness, and I clear it of myself by saying thank you. I love you. Good girl, Bella. I think she thought I was telling her to come in for a hug when I was doing this. Good girl. So yeah, I love it. I love it, and you know, it just comes in handy, I guess, because sometimes when a dog comes at you or nips or something, something happens unexpected. It's good to have these phrases that you're used to saying instead of "OS," or accidentally slipping and saying a curse word or something. Sometimes it's better to have these phrases that you've kind of ingrained, become habits. So you say, "Oh, I'm sorry," you know, "Please forgive me," "Thank you," "I love you." Uh, what is that? Daisy like the flower. What's up, Daisy like the flower? Says great advice. Daisy like the flower. When I introduce myself to people, I always tell them my name is June like the month. So maybe that's where maybe that's where the username came from. You're tired of explaining to people. My name's Daisy like the flower. Maybe I should make my next YouTube channel June like the month. Anyways. But anyways, thank you so much for joining Daisy Like the Flower. I remember seeing it on a past live stream as well. So right here is catching a little bit, and this is the area where she was feeling a little uncomfortable. And so notice how I keep my arms, right? So I have my arm here, so if she comes at me, I actually have a little bit of a cushion. It's not just free space where she can just come at my face. So I'm also using it to help, calm her. I'm using it to calmly, pet her and stroke her in the direction that I'm brushing to kind of mask the brushing action, kind of mask it as affection. But also by keeping an arm, both arms out in front of me, kind of like in MMA, people who are like into mixed martial arts, keeping, a little bit of a barrier between you and the dog's mouth. So every time she's nipped at me, it wasn't really a threat, it wasn't a big danger that she was gonna get my face because I keep my arms, like that. So, especially with the dog that's already shown that that she can nip at you, you're okay. You're right, girl. And you have to learn to read that energy. When her mouth is closed and she looks at me like this and her eyes get a little more intense, I have to just breathe and relax. Right, girl. Thank you. Thank you so much for being so patient with me. And really, she is being patient with me. It's not the other way around. It's not me being patient with her. Right, girl? You like that? She agrees. But it's her being patient with me because, I'm the one that came here out of nowhere. Nobody consulted her about this. And I'm brushing her. I'm invading her privacy, literally. I'm, going into these areas and I'm in her private space. I'm in her personal space. And so I'm the one being very disrespectful to her right now in the animal world, the way a dog would see this, you know? So she's probably looking at me like, do I bite this weirdo? But the first few times, it was a little bit more of a struggle. She was running, walking around the room. Now it's just more like this, and there's just a few times where she's like, oh, I'm uncomfortable with it. So we're definitely making progress. I think I've been grooming her for about a year and a half now, a little over a year. Right, girl? Oh, there you go. And she likes hair behind her ears, I figured out. So anytime she gets too tense, right, I like to go behind the ears because that's a spot where she already showed me that she does like. So then I'll go back to areas where she does like, right? When she gets a little too tense, then I'll go back to the ears here just to get her to, calm down and, oh, okay, I do like this. I do like this brushing. Alrighty. And I like using a deep metal comb, with the long comb with the long teeth. That way it's able to get all the way down. Let me see if I can. It's able to get all the way down into the coat. See that? So literally the whole comb is like buried in her coat. You know, it's that deep. It doesn't look that, her hair doesn't look that long, but it really is. So now we're getting to the area where she does get uncomfortable in the back here. So I'm just gonna, there you go. Every time oh, what the, there we go. So, all right, there we go. I got my shoes off because this is sacred ground. The grooming space is sacred air. I'm just kidding. Anyways, it's just more comfortable. So, look at her. She's like, I don't even approve of your jokes. I don't approve of anything. Okay. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay. So I'm not gonna mess with her tail yet because that kind of sets her off a little bit. So, oh, sorry girl. I'm just gonna move her tail out the way so I don't, so I don't get it by accident. So see how this area is very thick and this comb is, not able to go through like here anymore, right? So what I'm gonna do is, any comments? Any comments? No comments. No one's interested. Okay, it's cool. You know, maybe if you bite me, people will start. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Bella. Don't bite me. Okay, so we go through with this, and see how now with this it goes through much easier. But when it does catch on mats, it does catch. So whenever it stops, I don't want to keep pulling and making it uncomfortable for her. I just back off and then go through it again. And it's kind of like raking leaves. Let me show you here so you get my point of view. It's kind of like raking leaves. You don't really get it all in one swipe, so you just, you accept that. And it's not about strength, it's not about force. It's about finesse. Just up and down, in and out, and just gently work it. And with each swipe, what it's doing is it's getting a little bit more of this, right, out of the way. And then we can go through with the comb. Let's see, what does that say? Glad I'm able to watch live grooming. Whoa, Iceberry Pink. What's up, Iceberry Pink? You thought it was grooming, but it's actually grooming karaoke, baby. No, I'm not gonna, I won't ruin it. Okay, so let's see here. All right, baby. Let's do this. All right, we're almost done. We already got your other side done. Now we're about to get this leg done. And then we just got to brush out your tail. Okay. Oh, what does this one say? I've learned a lot watching. I am trying to groom my dog at home because she's older. Oh, Iceberry Pink, what kind of dog are you grooming? Is it like a double coat? Because this is a Great Pyrenees. Um, she, what would that be considered? Like a Nordic coat, kind of? She's got a very thick double coat. So very long, beautiful guard hairs, right, on the top coat. And then she has this very thick, cottony-like, woolly-like undercoat. See that? This undercoat has a shorter life cycle than the guard hairs and the outer coat. So that's why we're able to get all this undercoat out. And the live hair, see, this guard coat is still in there because it's still live. And now this outer coat here, where we already have combed out, now it's soft and silky. And if you see her in the sunlight, it would actually start to like shine. It's like it glistens, it's brilliant in the sunlight. But then if you go here where it's still thick and it has a lot of this dead undercoat, see that? How it looks woolly, right? And that's what we're getting, all of that woolly stuff that's tangled up down near the skin. And as we get that out of there, then this dull area here starts to look more smooth and silky. The color starts to come back. It starts to look shiny under the sun. See that? And so she's a little uncomfortable. There you go, girl. But since I already got majority of those big tangles out with the shedding, what is that called? The dematting rake there. And see that? She's got some bacteria growing on her. And she's also got these ear infections. So I'm instructed today not to do anything with her ears. No sprays, no powders, no nothing around the ears. Because they're actually using some special ear ointment drops from the vet that they're putting in every day. So hopefully we'll see some improvement on the ears there. I did comb a little bit around there, but I didn't use any sprays or anything, just the comb. Oh, Belle, you're so beautiful and sweet. Oh my goodness. And that's why a sweet girl like this, when she nips at me, I have to, oh, I have to recognize that if a sweet girl like this is nipping at me, it's probably because I'm pushing her a little bit too much. I'm testing her patience a little bit too much. It's probably something I'm doing. So I have to change up my approach, not try to change how she's acting. She's just letting me know, giving me honest feedback. Right, girl? There you go. She doesn't laugh at any of my jokes, even to be nice. She doesn't care. See that? Alrighty. She's like, maybe if you're a little more funny. Okay, well, I don't have a lot of time to practice on my punchlines and stuff. Girl, I got 2 kids. I got 3 dogs. Man, a dish. I don't have time. I don't have time to sit down and write and practice and really focus on my joke writing. So I come here with what I got. Can't be nice. Can't even give me a chuckle. What are you gonna do? They're honest. Alrighty. Oh, Iceberry Pink says Cavalier King. Whoa, Cavalier Chair. Yeah, I just. Oh, did she just nip at me? What? Huh. Okay. I missed it. Oh, was she coming at me again? What is it? Oh, I think she was trying to kiss me. What a sweetie parent. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. But she is a mix. She definitely gets undercoats. But yes, I actually did a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel yesterday. It took me a while because yeah, they're blowing coat. They're doing the same thing that she's doing right now. Actually, her coat. Um, Daisy like the flower says, "What a sweet Pyrenees." She is so sweet, but there's times where she gets me thinking. Keeps me on my toes. Iceberry Pink, thank you. She's blowing her coat now. Yes, exactly. And if she wasn't blowing her coat right now, or if she hadn't already, around late June, July. But in the summertime, it's natural for them to blow their coat. They're getting ready for the fall, and and then in the fall, actually, I noticed around November, they go through another like heavy coat change, right? Sometimes even in September. Just depends on the dog. But anyways, and then in the heart of winter, they say December 21st. The winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, because it's in response to the sunlight. But around late December, January, they go through another coat change, and then around springtime, they go through another one right around like March, April-ish, and then again in late June, July. That's when we go through another one, August. Usually like early August, and then around August though, it starts to slow down again. I start to get a little bit of a break until about October. So I used to shake my fist at the sky, and then I realized I'm not going to be able to change what happens. Every season the dog's coats are going to go through this, and I can either accept it and enjoy being able to help the dog by getting rid of last season's underwear, basically, so they can grow new, fresh underwear and be fresh and clean every season. So, anyways, just looking at things differently, and understanding that uh, this is just this is just the natural way of things. And if they didn't shed like this, then something would be wrong. If the leaves didn't turn and fall off the trees during the fall, and we would have to say something is wrong. Or if they didn't grow back, in the spring, if all the trees were still dead and none of the leaves grew back in the spring, we would have to say something's wrong. So same thing as that, because it's all in response to the sunlight. If a dog's coat stops shedding for some reason, we would have to say something's wrong. You know. Okay, so look at that. Any other comments here? Okay, no comments. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead with this comb now, and this here is Resco comb, and I really like how sturdy the teeth are. how sturdy this is. Whoa. Alrighty. I don't know if she's eager to kiss me or bite me. So that trash bag right here is for this, but obviously I wasn't really using it because we were in the closet. Okay. Remember the comb, girl? I'm gonna use this to comb you. Good girl. So I like to use the name and explain technique. And Casey Cover is the one that came up with that. But basically, you give the tool or the instrument you're about to use a name, a comb. I'm gonna use this comb. And then you explain the activity. I use this comb to comb you. See that? I'm combing you. Good comb. Right? That's the whole time, remember comb, and I'm gonna comb you. Good girl. So by naming and explaining, they feel like, you're not just doing something without any, of their permission. She probably, still doesn't like what's happening, but at least she feels like, I'm actually including her in the process. This isn't just something that's happening to her. I'm working with her. I'm trying to at least. See, so when she gets tense like that, I'm just gonna keep my arm right there. So it works for two purposes: to give her some affection, to keep her calm her down, but also if she decides to turn and nip at me at my face, then at least I got my hand here to kind of block that. And I'm got my body here resting against her, you know. So I like to use like in MMA, rather than try to stay as far as possible and just use one hand like this. This gives her so much freedom to come at me, turn, do anything she wants. I'm not saying that she would, but I'm just saying if I were to groom fearfully like this and just with one hand like this, or maybe just with two hands, but as far as possible, like try to stay as far as possible, she has too much room to come at me and do things, right? So, just like a wrestler, when you punch a wrestler in the face, he smothers you immediately because he's trying to close that distance so you can't strike him again. And even if you did, you wouldn't have a lot of power behind it because you're too close. So just like that, I'm not saying I'm about to engage in like an MMA fight with Bella here. She would win, obviously, but I'm just gonna engage, like use some of those techniques, some of those ideas, concepts. So rather than give her all this room, I'm gonna go in and lean in, almost smother her like a wrestler would, right? And that way now she doesn't have a lot of room to me. Even if she did, I have my arm here, right? And I'm not leaning on her, just letting her know my body's right here. And then I'm gonna brush her like that. See that? So now I can give her affection, calm her down with this hand, and brush out with this one, right? So now look how beautiful this leg is starting to look. Now, once we comb out all of that, fuzzy, dead, woolly hair that's all just into like this web down at her skin. Once we get all of that combed out, look how beautiful. And now the comb doesn't, it still catches here a little bit. There we go. And you'll see that when I was talking to the camera, and I kind of thought she could like kind of nip at me a little bit, But when you keep, more of the attention on her, and you lean into the threat, then the threat kind of diminishes by you leaning in. There we go. Alrighty. Iceberry Pink says, she produces an incredible amount of hair, especially right now. Yes, but she's worth it. It's Kirk and Dr. Kirk, they wrote a book called Small Animal Dermatology. And in that book, they said an average dog grows about 60 to 70 feet of hair a day. Every single day, they grow 60 to 70 feet of hair. And a lot of it is being replaced and dying off. And that's collectively over their entire body. So it's not like one hair grows 60 to 70 feet a day. It's her whole entire body grows. Well, with her, she's probably growing like what, 150 feet a day, you know? So now, see, this, if I do it like this, right, and I'm giving her all of this space to come at me, watch what happens, right? Well, I guess she's not now, especially because we've been doing this the whole other side and this side, so I guess she's not now. But if she wanted to, because I'm back here, right? And I have nothing on her, you know, none of my body is touching her, just this right here. And I'm sitting here like this. Oh, look at that. And I'm sitting here like this. This is encouraging the dog to come at me. So a lot of times I think when groomers groom fearfully, and for good reason. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's silly to be fearful. It's very reasonable, rational. It's a very intellectual fear. It keeps you safe. It keeps you alive, right? Nobody wants to get bit, especially by a dog this size. But if we have to kind of embrace the fear rather than oh, like, really, really embrace it, and just go into it, and also just acknowledge it, because uh they can feel how we're feeling through our skin. Oh, right, good girl. There's an article that I quoted in my book, The Art of Grooming, but it was an article in the Groomer to Groomer magazine, called Golden Heroes, where they mention how these golden retrievers, they're so in tune to their um, humans, I guess, that they're partnered with to help with PTS, the post traumatic stress disorder for war veterans. They can feel the changes in our bio waves, and the bio waves, they explained it as like the vibrations that are emitted from our bodies that they can pick up. So they feel changes in our bio waves, and so they can tell when we're feeling stressed or things like that. And so there's no use trying to hide the fact that you're scared or intimidated. If you are feeling scared or intimidated, it's better just to admit it, because they already know. And when you admit it to yourself, it actually kind of goes away. Look at that. I just pulled that off by hand. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Oh, you're okay, Bella. Yeah, all right. So, this up here. Let's see. Alrighty. She looks amazing, very nice. Oh, she's probably wondering, why are you hugging her? That's Daisy, like the flower. I mean, yeah, exactly. She may be wondering why I'm hugging her, but it's also what's keeping me safe. Especially here, I want to keep an arm, on her at all times. And I'm not saying that I don't trust her. It just keeps everyone safe. And you know what? It's kind of like Avatar. The movie Avatar, when they ride the horse or the dragon. You want to stay connected. You want to stay connected with the animal so they feel how you're feeling. Alrighty, good girl. We're almost done, girl. Okay, we just had to get your tail now. Wow. So the middle of her back, the top of her back is still catching on because I was doing each side as she was laying. Looks like her back here. Oh, there you go. Every time I try to move the camera, I go. Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Okay. Good girl. And I should mention that they do brush her daily. but uh, most of the times, unless you're like a professional groomer, you know, it's hard to feel this. And it's hard to feel just how much pressure is right. And, you know, it's just, I think it's a lot to expect of pet owners to get, you know, a thorough carding job done, like get all this dead hair out. Because even here, the comb doesn't go through, but I can see that this hair is dead. And so I can go through with my fingers. But I only know this because almost 10 years of doing this. Before, this would have stumped me too. I would have probably got a different brush, you know, like, why isn't this coming out when I can see it's fuzzy, you know? So it just comes with experience and literally getting your hands on as many dogs as possible. And so even though her owners do brush her every day, they're really just kind of getting the top coat separated for me, and they're definitely helping. They're giving me a great head start, but it's kind of like you know, when I go to the dentist, if he starts to really ridicule me for not keeping my teeth as clean, you know, as he would like. You know, I'm not gonna get my teeth as clean as a dentist would if he did like a teeth cleaning service, you know. So it's the same thing. You know, I definitely appreciate and encourage pet owners to brush their dogs every day. But when I come and I go through the coat like this, and I find a lot of just dead coat coming out, and a lot of, you know, and it ends up being a lot of work. I'm never, you know, I actually expect it, you know. But yeah, I never judge the owners for. Shoot, if anything, I should know better, and I should brush my dogs more. Okay. Good girl. So even though, let me see if I can show you here. Even though I may not have my hand up near her head, the way I'm brushing, I have my arm like that. See that? So that way, at least there's a barrier here if she decides. All right, and she has before. It's just that she never actually means any harm. You know, there's really nothing behind it. It's usually just a, oh, you know, just to let me know, like, hey, I don't approve of what you're doing, you know. One time in the bath, when I was giving her a bath, oh my goodness, she kept trying to get out of the shower. And I kept, you know, making, like, kind of keeping her from going out of the shower. I kept stopping her. And she turned and, like, boom, like, right on my face, right in front of my face. And I remember that time I was a little worried, I'll be honest, but, you know, nothing ever happened. She never actually did anything to harm me, because she's actually very sweet. Okay. Remember this one? The rake? I need this because there's a bunch of mats right here that I can't go through. So I'm gonna rake, okay? Good girl. It's a good rake. Good girl. There you go. Alrighty. Ooh. Oh, sorry, I don't want to keep my foot on the camera. Alrighty. Yeah, there's some gnarly mats coming out here. Let me see if I can get a good camera angle here and show you guys. Um, you know what? I'll just flip the camera so you can see. See right here? That's what I'm going through right now, because the comb is catching and pulling too much on here, so it's making her feel too uncomfortable. And also, I don't want the skin underneath here to get too stimulated, you know, overstimulated by pulling it too much, because that can cause it to get red. And I don't want that. So just gently work it in and out. See that? And it would be better if I had one hand at the base there to hold it, but I'm not pulling hard. I'm just, see that? You really don't need to do it hard. And even if you are doing it gently, it's still, it was down there near the skin, pulling at the skin already, making her feel uncomfortable. And so when you even with this lightest pull or tug, it's still going to cause some discomfort for her. So we have to be aware of that and try to do it as gently as possible. And she feels it in their touch. She feels it through the tool. She feels how I'm using it and how the pressure that I'm using. So all of that matters. You know, every small little detail matters. The direction that I'm doing it in, even, you know, I'm doing it this way here, and then I'm gonna comb this way here, you know, and then I'm gonna go back this way here. So even the direction that I'm brushing, you know, I'm brushing in the direction that I want the hair to lay, so that even when she's standing, it looks like her hair is just kind of flowing in the air beautifully. There we go. See how the color is coming back, you know? Where I've already gone through here. See how it's beautiful and silky and the colors there? But here, you can see it's dull. See that? And she's just moving a little bit because it's a little comfortable. So it just takes time, you know? And it's kind of like, you know, if my mom came out and like, what's taking so long raking the leaves? You know, it's like, hey, mom, it would be awesome if the leaves would just come all right up in one swipe, but unfortunately, you just got to keep swiping at it, you know, to get all the leaves off the lawn. You know, it just takes time. You know, it's like, anyways, I don't know why I'd like to use my mom as an example like that, like an evil stepmother or something. You know what? I'll tell you why. No, I won't get too personal on this. All right. So, see, so this is why we were in the closet. Because she likes to go in. Oh, but look how soft she looks now. Oh my goodness. Bella, that pile from previous. You look so soft already. Oh my goodness. Look how soft and silky you look. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh, so beautiful. Okay, so this leg's already been combed, right? Look how nice it looks. And now I gotta get this tail once I finish the other side of the leg. So let's see here. Alrighty. So, like, how do you brush a tail of a Great Pyrenees that doesn't really like you to touch your tail? Yeah, that's a riddle. I don't. We're gonna solve it right now. But really, I think the answer is very simple. Simple, not easy. You just do it very carefully. And take your time. And I don't want to rush anything. I don't want to like make any sudden rushed movements or anything. Everything I do, I want to make sure I'm moving very deliberately, so she knows what I'm doing. She knows where I'm moving. She knows what's happening. Because her tail here is already uncomfortable area anyways. Look how thick it is. It's just all of this. And so I'm holding small portions at a time. I'm holding at the base and working it out. And that way, it's still gonna feel a little uncomfortable, but not too uncomfortable. See, she's gonna, I'm sorry, Bella. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Alright. See, this is what we're doing, Bella. We're getting that stuff out of your tail. Okay. So, just keep continuing on as business as usual. So since I can't keep both of my hands, well, keep a hand on her since I'm using both my hands on her tail, I'll show you how I'm using my body. It's all about understanding how to use your body. So I'm gonna keep my arm like this, so that if she does decide to turn and get at me, see that she has to lift through my arm. She has to get through my arm to get to me. So I created a little barrier there with my arm like this. See that? There we go. But it's relaxed. You know, I'm relaxed, but I still have myself protected right here. See, my face and everything's protected, so she can't come at me. There we go. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I think that's a testament to the nobility of the dogs. I mean, most of the times they'll go after the instrument like she just did. she kind of went after the tool, not my hand. Because, you know, most of the time they just want you to stop what you're doing. They don't really want to hurt you. And that's really, you know. Okay. Good girl. See, there's a little more. Every time you go through, you'll feel a little more. But the good news is it does slow down because all of the hair that you are getting out and combing out, so all of this, it does take time. It does take time for this to grow back. And so little by little, we are making progress. Good boy. I mean, good girl. I'm sorry. Good girl. Alrighty. So, see that? So now I not only do I have my leg here to protect me, but my arm as well. And I have my toe here. So now here's her tail here. I can work on her tail safely. She can still come at me, see? She can still come through it. But at least there's some barrier there. Oh, I know, girl. I'm sorry. It's gonna feel so much better though when we're done. See, and she might get up and leave. And don't stop her. I let her get up and leave. You know, let her take a lap, you know, go walk it off, and then we'll go back to it, you know. And I feel like because she doesn't know that I don't know what time it is. Actually, I don't even know. Neither of us know what time it is or how long we've actually been doing this. I actually have no idea. And I think somebody was saying that you know you found something that you actually love to do when you can do it for hours at a time and you don't even know that time has gone by. And I feel so lucky that I actually found something like this, you know. So I actually don't know. Maybe I can see here. What time is it? 1:37. Okay. 1:37. Wow. A little over 2 hours we've been at this. I had no idea. But anyways, she has no idea. And you know, I kind of have plans a little later, but she doesn't know I want to leave, right? Or I want to be out of here by 2:30. It doesn't look like that might happen. I might be out of here by 3. But anyways, even if I got out of here a little later, really worth it. You know, because of this experience that I'm having with moment, this memory, right? And life is a moment by moment experience, right? It's not about the future and it's not about the past. The only time we can actually experience life is right now in this moment. And you, whoever's watching this, the 6 people who are watching this with me, we're actually experiencing this moment right now together through the internet, you know. But I'm just saying, life is a moment by moment experience, right? And if we cannot enjoy the moment that we're in now and be fully present, I'm gonna groom her anyways, right? I'm gonna groom her anyways. I'm gonna brush her out anyways. Might as well really be present and really be here and really do it and really give it my all, right? And so anyways, yeah, she doesn't really, you know, what I was getting at is she doesn't really know, like, you know, she doesn't get really the concept of time the way we do with obligations and appointments and things like that and deadlines. She doesn't really get that. So for me to rush her because I'm in a rush would be kind of disrespectful, in my opinion, because, you know, we have to respect their feelings. Just because they can't express their feelings the way we do, make their feelings any less important. So, you know, if she wants to get up and walk around, you know, take a minute, I totally let her. I don't stop her from doing that. All right. And so her tail is actually looking, see this? It's starting to look much better already. Alrighty. Oh, oh, Ira's here. Iceberry Pink says this is very helpful thing. Okay, Ira here. Dermot Ira says hi, Jen. Bella is so. Isn't she though? Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. But she won't give me the time of day. You know? Hey Bella, how are you, girl? What's your favorite food? Really? I like that too. I like that too. Let's go out. Let's go out and eat that someday. No? You got any time? And this is actually how I talk to girls. When I talk to them and I'm trying to get them to come out on a date with me, I start rubbing around their eyes, get their eye boogers out, start picking their nose for them, you know. And I don't know, for some reason it doesn't seem to work for me. Anyways, okay. So let's continue on with the tail. All right, I'll stop with the jokes. Don't give me that look. Okay. So, see, she's getting a little uncomfortable again because I'm at the base of her tail. Okay, girl. Alrighty. I'm sorry about that, but we gotta get that tail at some point. She's like, I don't like this. Okay, so let me see. While she's there, I'll just go through here. So I don't like to start right at the tail. I just like to go through areas that we've already gone through, just kind of as a reminder to her, like, see, it does feel nice after we're done with it, you know? And then I'll work my way towards the problem area, the tail, the area in question. And again, I'm gonna make sure my shoulder and my elbow come up like this. Almost like a boxer stance, you know, like how they protect themselves. So I'm gonna make sure my elbow and my, you know, my shoulder is up like this. Well, now she's laying down, so it's no problem. But when she was sitting up, you know, and she could come at me, you know, I'm gonna make sure I keep my elbow and this up and work like that. Alrighty. And the thing is, it's not saying that she is a bad dog or aggressive or anything like that. It's just understanding that if something is bothering her, making her feel really uncomfortable, then at that moment, unfortunately, her mouth is the only way she has to really express that, you know, to communicate that with me. So, you know, it's just understanding that that's just, you know, that's just the way a dog communicates. You know, they use their mouth. And, you know, it's more of a touch for them. It's more of a touch, sometimes a hard touch, like, hey, you know, stop that. And it can be scary because it's such a big dog. But, you know, really, it's just a way to communicate. And so by understanding that, you know, rather than try to stop or control her from biting me or nipping me, I just kind of work with it. Oh, look at all this coming out. You just see it in bundles. See all that? Just in bundles coming out. Alrighty, so let's see if I can continue working on that tail here. Alrighty. Oh, okay, I can put it up here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright. Alright, girl. I gotta get that tail combed out, unfortunately, Bella. So you get a picture of the tail. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. So, you're okay, girl. I'm sorry. But we gotta get it brushed out. Okay, so if she's really feeling uncomfortable, I'll just go ahead and get her neck area here a little bit better, because I see. Oh, you're slipping on that. There you go. So it's all gotta get done anyways. And gotten this side as bad as the other side. Oh man, right here is kind of big too. Alright. Oh wow. Alright. Good girl. You guys see? Alright. It's like milking a cow or something. Alright. Well, at least we got this back leg really good. Because I really did focus on this back leg. So the back leg is good. I just gotta worry about her tail and then her front shoulder. Alright, wow, let's go back there too. stick on both sides. All right, girl. Wow. Okay. The thing is, the reason why I say a good groom never lies and that it's real honest work, look at all of this. You know, and this is only the half of it. There's more on the floor here, but look at this. So, and this is compact together, you know. So if we spread it out, it's gonna be huge. You know, you could literally shape another dog out of it. So, you know, that's why I say it's honest work. You either do it or you don't, but you cannot lie about it. And there's no potion or sprays or anything else that's gonna substitute uh, elbow grease, you know, and just putting in the time and the effort. And the thing is, it was a robot, you know, a robot dog that had no feelings or emotions. This would go a lot faster. I could just go through and comb her out, no problem. But um, fortunately for us, because I love the fact that she has her own personality, I love the fact that she has her own thoughts and feelings, and that if she is gonna accept me, it's on her choice, you know, it's on her own terms, you know. And I love that. I love that she's not just programmed to like me, you know. But anyways, because she has her own thoughts and feelings about this, you can see in her eyes, she's a little concerned. See that? She's a little concerned about what's gonna happen. So because of that, we have to work a little slowly, you know? A lot of people say, oh, my dog's so nervous, you know, can you speed it up? It's like, no, because if your dog is nervous, speeding it up is only gonna make them more nervous and more uncomfortable. You know, we have to be able to slow down and be calm and calm them down. Okay, so Daisy like the flowers, says Psychology 101 taught by and Sharina and Ricardo. Yes, yes, live stream. Yay, live stream. Hi, Jane and Bella. Bella's such a big girl. Yeah, she's big and beautiful, right? But it's all good. She's bringing booty back. Them other girls don't know how to act. Cause girl, they say you fat. But every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top. Nothing. You know, I'm thinking it's not really me. Maybe you're not a fan of the arts. Maybe you don't appreciate music and comedy. Uh, you do? Maybe I'm just bad at it. All right. You gotta respect the critic. You gotta respect the critic when they're giving you honest feedback, I guess. Yeah, that was kind of my go-to song. Because it's all about that bass. No treble. No? It's all about that bass. All right. Well, all right. I'm not gonna force you. I'm not gonna force you to enjoy my singing. My singing is a gift. My song is a gift, Bella. You don't hurt my feelings like that. I'm just kidding. Did we lose any subscribers? Oh, Ira says, ha ha ha. Ira, sing more, June. Oh, I would, but I don't want to upset Bella here. Okay. Okay, girl. Now let's see if I can work a little bit more on that tail here. Bella, I know. We gotta work on it though. I can't just leave your tail like that. I really can't. So. Alrighty, well, I still have to work on her side here and her shoulders. So I'll do that until she lays down. And then I'll go back to the tail. That's what we'll do. So, you know, I love what I do because I do have a process, you know, build rapport, prep the skin, and then wash and dry if you're going to, and then do the scissor finish. But, you know, it's a guideline, it's a process, and then how to actually prep the skin, you know, it just changes. You know, I always say, like, I don't really have like a set strategy or game plan when I go into a situation. Even driving here this morning, I was like, um, making an effort, because my mind would, it would kind of project and kind of imagine what today was going to be like. But I would stop myself and try to just bring myself back into the moment, like what's going on right now. I'm driving in traffic, it's raining, and be aware of the moment, be aware of my surroundings, and I just kept bringing myself back to the moment and not try to think about what's going to happen today. But anyways, so no matter what happens, I just know that I'm going to work with her, and my goal is just to get her all combed out. There you go. So once I can get a comb to go through her entire coat, that's when I know I'm done. So a lot of people ask me like, how long are you willing to just sit there and brush a dog out? And I tell them I'm willing to do it as long as it takes, until it's done. I'm willing to do it until it's done. But also, I know that about 2 hours have gone by. So in a little bit, if she starts to get a little too antsy, then I'll go ahead and give her a break, let her go outside. So, I'm all for breaks. I'm all for like, giving her, breaking up the day so it's not just one huge long session. But yeah, I mean, we got to get it done, right? There we go. And I know a lot of groomers say that this is not our job, you know, that it's not our job to comb all this out. But I feel like this falls under grooming, when I'm combing a dog like this, I feel like this falls under the grooming category, right? So, I mean, you couldn't pay a vet to do this, that's not their job. A dog walker, I mean, unless they're really passionate and into dogs, I mean, you can't really expect a dog walker to do this. So a pet sitter, maybe they might, but I mean, I don't think they'll really get that deep down. They're the groomer's responsibility, right? Especially if the owners are paying us, And so then it becomes a question. A lot of groomers say, well, I'm not getting paid enough. Well, then we have to decide how much is enough. How much are we able to charge really, because I think that even right now I may have kind of reached like a ceiling, like a cap on how much I'm able to actually charge, um, because I'm actually trying to keep it as low as possible, because I actually feel grateful to even be doing this and get paid for it. But um, you just have to decide how much is enough and then be grateful for it and be okay with it, and no matter how much longer or how much extra work it takes, just I remind myself like, I'm okay with how much I'm getting today. This is the task, you know. Let's enjoy it and let's get it done, and let's try to figure out a way to make it enjoyable for the dog as well. All right. So the legs are pretty good. I just got to get this tail, but she's just not very comfortable with the idea. Good girl. But see that since I kind of worked other areas and came back to the tail, alrighty. She was a little more willing for a moment. Now she's gonna go take a walk, so alrighty. Ira, this is exactly what a groomer's job is. A pretty haircut is nice, but this brushing process is directly contributing to dogs' health. Exactly. And that's why I feel like, really, which category does this fall under? The vet? I don't think so, Dog walker? I don't know. I don't think so. A pet sitter? Especially not the pooper scoopers, You don't want to trust a pooper scooper to come and, oh, I just got a text. You don't want a pooper scooper, you don't want to trust them to brush a dog out thoroughly like this. I think this service falls under the category of grooming, right? Of professional groomers. And so, see, she's she's over there enjoying the view, taking a break. All right. So, yeah, but and so then it comes to down to like how much do you need to charge? Well, how much do you need to make in a day? $200, $300, because I mean, if you're working 5 days a week and you're making $200 a day, that's $1,000 a week. That's 4,000. That's 48,000 a year. I mean, yeah, you're not going to get rich off of it, but you can definitely pay bills and budget with that, right? Um, and, I just feel like, but then there are the groomers who just, they feel like they can't charge any more than they are, right? They're capped, they can't charge more than $40 or say, um, I guess, that's there's a demand for that as well. There's definitely a huge demand for that. People ask me all the time, like, can you give me a groom my dog? I'm like, I really don't, I can't take new clients, like, and they'll show me a picture of their dog. It's like a Maltese or Shih Tzu, shaved, head to toe, just shaved. Like, oh, we just get him shaved. I'm like, you really don't need me, That's not what I do. But anyways, yeah, it's just, I guess you just have to decide you want to make sure what you're charging is actually worth it, because I know my clients aren't paying me just because I'm Jane the Groomer, I have a YouTube, I wrote books, anybody can write a book. Anyways, yeah, it's none of that. None of that actually is the deciding factor why my clients are actually paying me. Um, it's really because I'm willing to do what it takes to get the dog combed out because I said I would. And I believe in keeping my word or not charging. If for some reason I had to give up and I can't get that tail combed out, right? And I just can't complete the service, well, then I'm not going to charge for the day. And I'll explain to them I couldn't get the tail combed out. I couldn't finish the service and I charged for the service, not my time. I didn't complete the service, so I'm not going to charge you. But the thing is, my clients are so wonderful, they don't let me get away with that. They pay me anyways. They pay me more, actually, than I want to charge. But anyways, Kara Carlson says, I love your passion. Thank you so much. Is there a decent demand for grooming as a career? I am completely booked. My client list is completely filled, like maxed out. My waiting list is maxed out. We're not even adding anybody else onto our waiting list. And we actually just sent an email to most of our clients. My wife's still working on getting to all of them because she's emailing them individually. We just did a price increase that's going to be effective in September next month. And I thought for sure with this new price increase, we were going to lose some clients. And that was the idea, to kind of lose some clients and then contact the people on our waiting list, see who's actually still interested, start a new waiting list, and then that was the idea. So far, so far everyone said that they're fine with the price increase. So we haven't lost any clients yet. So to answer your question, in my experience, there's more of it. And the thing is, I don't know any other groomers here in Atlanta. If you're a groomer here in Atlanta and you actually groom, the way I do, you actually take your time and comb out all the dead hairs and everything. If you groom the way I groom and you're able to produce the same results, I have so much business to send you. I have so much business to send you. I just don't know of another groomer personally that does what I do. So literally, I'm the only one. So I'm the only one. I hear you're sick of all those other imitators. Girl, don't let the only real one intimidate ya. Anyways, I better not sing. Kara Carlson, that's awesome. Is that a career that is learned through internship or college degree? For me, it was learned on the streets of Atlanta, baby. I come from the street. No, I mean, really, it was just taking in classes, information, and then just applying it. Being willing to apply it and actually change the way I groom. I would love to groom how you do, but I can't due to where I work. Yeah, that's why I had to quit, and I got fired because I didn't change the way I groomed. Not after I would even tell my employers, I wrote a book. I wrote a book about this, like, and people are buying my books, and I was like, it would just be so dishonest of me to just totally not do what I actually wrote about in my book, The Art of Grooming, in my process, right? I was like, I wrote two books actually. I have to groom this way. I have to honor my process until I have good reason to believe that I'm doing something wrong. Then I will change again, because I've already changed to this, right? So anyways, a lot of grooming shops just don't like it, just don't like the way I groom, and so they fire me. Uh, Carlson, cool. It sounds very fun, rewarding. It really is, especially knowing that I'm the only one. No, I was kidding. I'm the only one that I know of here in Atlanta. I know there are other groomers. Sabine Bremer in Germany. There's another groomer on Instagram called You Guru or something like that. She's amazing. So I know there are other groomers out there doing what I'm doing. I just don't know of any here in Atlanta. But anyway, I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get her. I'll point the camera here so you can see how because I'm not gonna just pull her. I'm just gonna ask her gently. Let me get some water. Okay, Bella. Did you get a nice little break? Alrighty. I'm sorry we gotta do this. We gotta brush your tail though. Okay, so. Alrighty. Now, the reason why I'm able to walk away without charging, if I needed to today, if I can't get that tail combed out, then obviously I didn't complete the service. So the reason why I'm able to, do that is because I'm just being honest here, is because I am actually earning some very a decent, for me it's a significant amount of passive income, like money that just comes in my sleep through this YouTube channel. And that's why I'm so grateful to everybody who's watching right now, everybody who shares. It's literally all due to your generosity that I'm able to do what I do. I owe it all to you. Thank you so much. The YouTube every month sends me about 300 bucks, 300 bucks average every month. Then Amazon just sent me like 175 for the affiliate link commissions. There's another app called Top Buzz that like automatically posts my YouTube and Facebook videos onto their platform, Top Buzz. It's a mobile app. And through there, I just transferred over $141 today. And so and that's why I'm encouraging everybody to start their own YouTube channel and start to create these other avenues, because anybody can do it. You don't need to meet a TV producer anymore. You can just go online and start your own YouTube channel. And it starts to eventually, I started 6 years ago, but that's the thing. It's like, what else are you gonna do in 6 years? You know what I'm saying? 6 years from now, 6 years will have gone by anyways. Might as well start a YouTube channel, and then in 6 years from now, maybe have that potential to have that kind of passive side income coming in, so you can take your time with the dogs that you groom, and share the information with other people generously, without charging people for the information, and then I'm here because I want to be here, not because I have to be here. Isn't that amazing? It's such a different feeling than I have to. Oh, I have to do this, but I can't. I have to do this, but I can't. That's misery, right? That's stress. But by understanding that I don't actually have to be here and I don't actually have to do this, but I choose to because I want to and I want to help her. So yeah, like it changes the way I experience my job, and it's no longer a job. It's like a calling. It's like a mission, and it brings deep fulfillment and satisfaction. Anyways, I'll stop preaching. And let's go ahead and get to that tail, that problem area. So right here, we still got some thickness. There we go. Now we'll work on this tail. Thank you so much, Bella. So every time she takes a break and every time, she walks away and then we bring her back gently and we go back to this activity, she starts to realize more and more, like this has to get done. Right, girl? I'm sorry. We gotta get that done. Okay. Good girl. Now what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of pressure, just to get it done, because enough time has gone by. So it's the same idea as I explained before, the idea of a wrestler, hugging their opponent pretty much. So I want to get very close and in, right tight to my body, so that I have all, control. And also she knows that this is where I want her. There's not a lot of options to move. So I'm gonna go through gently. Good girl. There you go. So I'm holding her back legs tight to me so she can't move. Oh, so she can't move away. And she can get to me, but still, I'm holding her so tightly that she would have to pretty much be able to bite her own butthole, to be able to get me right now, because I'm like attached to her butthole. I'm not saying she couldn't get me, but as long as I hold tight to her like this, it's gonna be harder for her to get me. Alrighty. You're okay. Alrighty. So I let go. Because like I say, I want to give them a way out. So if she really was kind of insistent on getting out of that hold, so I just let go. I don't want her to feel trapped is the thing. I just want her to know that, hey, we kind of need to get that done. So, I just kind of hold her a little bit better. So now I'm gonna try it again on this side. So I'm gonna get right in under her. There we go. Good girl, Bella. You're being such a good girl. I'm so proud of you. Okay, all right. There you go. So before it was just a little bit, but that one she really was like, I'm serious. So that's why I let go. So the language of animals is all body language. So the first couple, she kind of moved her back legs, and then that's why I kind of like, no, 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 I kept working. The last one, she stepped. She literally like stepped over me. So it's like, okay, I know you're serious. I let go. But that's the thing with dogs, we have to we have to speak and communicate with their body language and read their body language. Okay, and Sharina Mercado, I'm attached to her butthole. You don't hear that every day. LOL. Indeed. Ira says, indeed. Iceberry Pink, do you advise to use a rake to take out mats on the chest? Yeah, anytime I'm taking out mats, I like to use a rake. Just because, these serrated edges, that sawing action, just going back and forth, it kind of breaks up those mats for you. And so it kind of gets this stuff out easier. So now she's gone back into the closet. All right. Okay. Bella, I'm so proud of you. We just got to get your tail done. Your tail? We just have to get your tail done now. That's about it. And then you're free to go, okay? All right. Let's see. Iceberry Pink says, thank you. Iceberry Pink, no, thank you. Seriously. There's no reason to thank me. I'm doing this anyways. I'm going to be doing this anyways. For you guys to be even interested enough to give me your time and attention and join me here, I should be thanking you 1,000 times. Like, don't thank me. Oh my goodness. Ira says, I got one of those thanks to you. Such a useful tool. I really like it. I think it is. All right, girl. Oh, thank you, Bella. All right, so. All right, girl. I'm gonna see if maybe if I hold this lead a little bit, just to keep her from going too far from me. Good girl. There you go, girl. Wow, I'm so proud of you, Bella. Alrighty. There we go. See that? That's what we got. Oh, no. You gotta stay. Oh, see? So she had like right clear open access to my face, and that wasn't good. So, alrighty, let me see here. Ice breaking. I've never had the confidence or the knowledge to do a full groom on my dog before. I started watching your. Wow! I'm so happy to hear that. And the thing is, I love hearing that owners are starting to groom their own dogs at home because, I mean, what better way to earn your dog's trust and respect and show them how much you care about them by putting your time and your sweat and your energy. And my groomer always wanted to shave her. So me and my dog, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Isn't that amazing? By watching my videos, you're actually helping me. And by helping me, I'm actually helping you. Like, and we're all helping. It's just, I think it's just amazing. We're in a new economy. Um, Seth Godin calls it the generosity economy. It seems like the more we give, the more we get. Okay. All right. All right, Bella. I'm sorry we gotta do this to your tail. It's just so tangled up. There we go. Oh. There we go. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Yeah, they are such beautiful dogs, aren't they? And the cool thing about Cavalier King Charles Spaniels is that they're happy to just sit around and be couch potatoes if that's what you want. And they're like one of the few dogs that were literally bred to be lap dogs. So they're completely content to just watch TV and just hang out with you all day long on the couch. But if you're the active type and you want to go and play and throw ball and all that stuff, they're completely happy to do that too. They're like so awesome, just easygoing. And I heard that the royal families back in the day in England, and just anyways, they would actually use the King Charles Cavaliers to sleep with them in bed so that the dogs would attract all the fleas. So they were literally bred to like sleep with their owners, to just sit on their laps. And so I just think that King Charles are just a fascinating breed, and they're so uh, just such a easy, fun temperament. I've never met a real mean Cavalier before. And I think the history of them, like they went away for a while. They were called Cavalier Spaniels, or no, they were called King Charles Spaniels. They were called King Charles Spaniels, the original breed. And then they kind of went away for a while, and then somebody kind of kind of redid the breed, and so they're now called King Cavalier King Charles Spaniels, but the original was called just King Charles Spaniels. Alrighty. Oh, me too, June. That's why I got my floof because they are a perfect companion. They are wonderful. Nice. And like when we groom our dogs, it's kind of like brushing our daughter's hair. And sometimes it's not always pleasant. My daughter sometimes her hair is very tangled. And she's like, "Ow, Dad, ow." I remember one time her hair was just so tangled up. My older daughter, just thick hair. And I remember she was like getting mad at me. She was like, "This is how the dogs feel." She's crying. I'm like, "Ava, I'm trying to do it as soft as I can, but your hair's just tangled." And that's exactly what's going on right here. I'm like, Bella, Bella's like, "It hurts, stop." And I'm like, "Bella, that's exactly why I have to comb it because it's all tangled. Same thing like my daughter. Uh, Ira, oh, okay, so let me see if I can get her on that hold again. Let's see if I can't just go ahead and get this done. Good girl, Bella. Awesome. Yes. We got most of it, Bella. It's just that bottom side of the tail. And it makes sense because the bottom side of the tail is what's going to rub against her body the most. create the most friction. So, oh, I know, girl. I'm sorry. I know. Ooh. So it's not a lot, but it is enough to where, and this is all compacted. So just imagine this was all spread out along her tail. And so that's what's causing all of that discomfort. Right, girl? But good news is, I don't know if you can tell from that, from there, but her tail is actually much softer now and fluffier. It doesn't look so compact and clumped up. And so we are making progress, and we're almost done. Iceberry pink. Hopefully responsible breeding will help preserve the breed from some their issues like syringomyelia. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think the breed kind of went away for a while, the original King Charles Spaniels. And then, mwah, so beautiful. Oh my goodness, she just give me some affection. Okay. I'm lucky mine doesn't have any problems. Yeah, and then I think that's the thing. When they reintroduced the breed, I think they used a pug as well to kind of get that, smush, cute face. That's why some of them even have the curl tails. But anyways, yeah, when they started to reintroduce the breed, I guess maybe there were some unreputable breeders. They call them greeters. They just do it for the money. They're greedy. They call them greeters, not breeders. Anyways. Okay. All right, perfect. We're almost done, Bella. We're almost done, girl. Oh, I just need to get the tail now. Okay, good girl. Thank you, Bella. Doesn't that feel much better? Oh my goodness. We're like completely out of view. There you go. Doesn't that feel so much better, Bella? Look at that. All that dead hair and those tangles are out of there. Doesn't that feel good? Mwah. Ooh, ooh. Oh. Okay, so we are almost done. Like, we're almost there. And then once I get her tail combed out, then all I have to do is just, you see how the feet are little, see the Grinch feet there? So I'm just gonna tidy that up a little bit. Spray a little bit of ointment right there on that foot there. Iceberry pink. Oh no, Ira is saying to Iceberry pink, I hope so too. I looked so long for a good breeder and paid so much, but the breeders I chose are incredible. The doggies are home raised. I met the puppy's parents. Awesome, awesome. Alrighty, so it seems like no matter what industry that we're talking about or we're in, whether it's dog trainers, dog breeders, dog groomers, it just seems like, if you find a good, reputable groomer, they, like myself, they're unavailable usually. They're completely booked out, And so for me, that's every reason for a dog groomer. If I'm starting out as a dog groomer right now, right? And I'm working at a shop just doing 7 all over Shih Tzus all day long, shave down Aussie mixes, and I'm just doing all these shave downs all day long, right? And I start to see that there are some groomers out there who are just completely booked and they're, living the kind of life that I would want. And all they're doing is they're just taking more time and spending a little more effort, putting a little more effort in their grooms, but they're doing these remarkable grooms and they're getting paid a lot of money and they're able to enjoy what they do. Then for me, knowing that a good groomer in any city that you go to is completely unavailable, I would strive to try to become a groomer like that, Rather than get better at shaving dogs down with 7 all over, what does that say? uh, the health check 2, okay. Iceberg ping, okay, perfect, okay. Awesome, alrighty. Alright, so we are almost done here. I just gotta finish off this tail. Wow, it's still kind of, okay. Good girl, Bella. See that? Oh my goodness. Feels so much better. It's just at the tip here too. Oh, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry. It's just the tip of the tail that she's having the problem with. So I'm gonna see if I can do that hold again. Just to work on the tip of the tail. Oh, you're okay, girl. You're okay. It's okay. Bella. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sitting on the lead. There you go. All right, Bella. There we go. So it's just the tip of the tail here now. Oh, but it's so thick there at the tip of the tail. And it makes sense because the tail is like wishing. So that at the tip there is like moving the most. And at the base of the tail. So, alrighty. We're almost done, girl. Now I'll give you a quick break. Alright, so let me see if I can stand at this angle here. See that? Okay. Oh, hold on. You just got an angle on my butt. I charge for that. I can't just be giving out free shots of my butt like that. Okay. Alrighty. I'm just kidding. I've never charged for anything like that. It was just a joke, just a corny joke. Maybe I should though. Maybe I should start charging. I was kidding. Okay, Great Pyrenees Groom is also a workout. Yeah. But you know, I planned for it. I knew. You know, we even, when we scheduled this, we even let the owner know, like, hey, it's summertime, you know, it's probably gonna take a while. But good news is this. So with the regular fine tooth middle comb, you can actually go through the coat now. She's feeling silky, soft, and smooth. So it's a process, you know? Like, I wouldn't have been able to start off with this comb because it would have pulled too much. There's just way too much in there. So you get the bulk of it out with that dematting rake. And then you use that other comb, this one, because it's more, the teeth are wider than this. See that? So you use this, and then you can use the little finer comb. So you want to work your way down to the more finer tool. You want to use the wider tool, work your way down. All right. There we go. There we go. Look at that. It's always nice to double check your work. You know, also rewarding just to kind of feel the comb go through the coat like butter. You know, just really rewarding. Oh, sorry about that. I was, I had my weight on her tail. Okay. There we go. There we go. So now let's do the other side. on, Bella. Come on, girl. Let's finish you up. No? She's just sitting there looking. Yeah, come on. There we go. She's just sitting there like, oh, come on. I'm sorry, Bella. We're almost done. That's the good news, is we're almost done, girl. All right. Okay. Come on. Come on, girl. I already got the camera set up here. There we go. Go. All right. For production value, you know? I'm just kidding. Probably worse production value in here in the closet. All right. There we go. Alrighty, now when we started, it would have been impossible for me to get this comb through her like this. So definitely noticeable difference. There we go. Now with the Great Pyrenees, and you know, like a Chow Chow or any of these dogs that have a nice big thick double coat, you're not trying to get all of the dead undercoat out. You're not trying to get it all out. Just the dry, brittle, dead ones that just come out with the comb easily. So I'm not going to be doing a lot of hand stripping with her. And by hand stripping, I mean, you know, grabbing the dead hairs and pulling them out with your hands, you know, like around here on the legs. I'm not going to be doing a lot of that with her because we want the coat to kind of stack properly. Come on, girl. And so we want this coat to have like this, you know, volume to it, this body, so it kind of stands. So you don't want to come out all of the undercoat. So I'm probably going to stop here, and I'm not going to go through with the undercoat rakes because of the type of dog and the type of coat that she is. Alright. But if I was grooming a King Charles Cavalier, then I would go through with the undercoat rake. Because a King Charles Cavalier, you know, you want their coat to kind of, they call it a jacket, you want it to lay nicely and flat against their body. So I would go through with the undercoat rake and get that coat to lay down flat. But with a Great Pyrenees here, we want her to kind of look like a beautiful cloud almost. So we want her to be fluffy. So we're not gonna comb out all of the undercoat. So that's why I'm saying we're almost done here, because we got a lot out. But you can see here still, her hair has bounce to it, has volume to it, it's still soft and silky, right? I can still bury my fingers in there, right? And so she's still soft, and it's got, you know, all this nice coat here, but it's just got a different texture now. Now, rather than being clumpy and dry and, you know, brittle to the touch, now it's silky, soft, and smooth. There we go. And it smells nice. Okay. So now, oh no, I don't have the dematting rag. It's okay. Just get through this real gently. Gently, gently, gently. Okay, LOL, June. Okay, Ira says, yeah, that's what I do. Perfect. Alrighty. Alrighty. We just literally have it. Go. Now I'm gonna scissor that. Okay, so now, oh my goodness. Here's, okay. We're almost done. Oh my goodness, we're so close. We're so close to being done though. Literally, just that tip of the tail. Oh my goodness. Okay, Bella, come here. Come here, girl. Thank you so much We're almost done, I promise. I know we've been saying that this whole time, but really it's just that tip of the tail now. Okay. Okay. Good girl, Bella. There you go. Okay, so I think I got most of it. Now I'm gonna go through with this comb. Oh. There we go. Oh man, that's gotta feel uncomfortable for her, you know, having all that being pulled out of there. The reason why they react so much to their tail is because the rest of their body, they have a lot of, you know, skin underneath of it. But kind of like your finger, you know, you have less skin. So when I'm pulling stuff out of their tail, it's like exponential, you know. It's not just like pulling hair out of her shoulder area. So okay. Ira says, I feel like it's really important to help them cool down to brushing the undercoat. Exactly. By brushing their undercoat out, by brushing all of this out, we're literally removing layers, you know, layers of old underwear, you know, everywhere. So it's kind of like if I told you like, hey, you know, it's summertime, I'm really hot, I'm always sweating, you know, but I'm wearing like, you know, under this, there's this, and then there's another shirt. I'm wearing like lots of layers of underwear, you know, even my boxers. What if I was wearing 5 boxers, you know? It would definitely make me get hotter faster. So yeah, by removing the dead underwear, the old underwear, we're keeping them cooler. So, all right, girl. Alrighty. Okay. We are literally at the finish line. Look at this. How smoothly the comb goes through her whole body now. So all I have is the tip of her tail, literally, and we are done. So, oh, got a beautiful shot of my foot. I'll charge a little less for my foot than my butt. All right. TG, hey, what's up, June? Oh, maybe not a great time to join me when I said that. Ira says, it's so hot here. Oh, yeah, I live in Israel. Wow, Ira, you live in Israel. That's awesome. My family actually, my wife and I were talking about visiting Israel someday. Okay. Alrighty. Ira, if I get to visit you in Israel, stay at your place, I won't charge you for a free shot of my butt. She's probably like, I'll actually pay you not to give me a shot of your butt. Anyways. Okay. No, Bella, we're almost done. I just gotta get this right here. See? It's almost done. Come on. Come on, girl. So you already got your chest. Look at this. How beautiful your chest is. Got your front legs. Come on, girl. This way. Come on, Bella. Thank you. There you go. And then we got that leg. We got this underside here. See that? You got your ribs here. Oh, so soft and beautiful. Your rear leg here. Now we just got to get your tail. There you go, Bella. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, my goodness, this fell over. Sorry, guys. All right. Well, if you need inside info, you're welcome anytime. I'll pass on the butt shot, but my puppy would probably... That's why I do it. I do it for the puppies that may be watching. Alrighty. TG, I also groom my dog on the floor. I mean, with Bella here, it's kind of my only option because she's just too big for the table. Alright. Go, so I get that tail here. Wow. Wow, she really was blowing coat. And blowing coat just is like a industry term. Just meaning she was just shedding a lot of hair, you know, shedding her undercoat. And it's like a seasonal thing, you know, that they go through this change. So, wow, it's all combed out now. Now she's beautiful. Now we just gotta get this tail, girl. Thank you so much, Bella. Oh man, are you getting this? Oh man, I ruined it. I ruined it. Oh, for a second, I thought she was just gonna let me comb it without any issue. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. We are almost done, girl. I think she feels it too. Because every time I swipe through her tail, she feels like less and less of resistance. So yeah, see? She's starting to feel it too. We're close. We're almost done. Alright. Wow. I was just gonna do one final swipe, like one final, go through, and I'm finding like so many areas that are still like, really rough. Okay, here we go. Okay. Wow. Look at that. So the reason for this, even though we've been brushing for hours, like the reason is because with medium hair dogs like Bella here, out of every single pore, out of every single follicle, each follicle is producing 12 to 17 hairs. Every single follicle. So each hair is actually not an individual hair. It's like a unit, a bundle of hair together. So they grow in bundles, So it grows like 12 to 17 hairs at a time. And then the secondary hairs, the undercoat hairs that we call them, the secondary hairs that are made more for insulation, protection, they die off faster. So they start to get combed out while the guard hairs, the primary hairs are still there like that. And we are still brushing out some of the primary hairs. But because there are so many, trillions, because every follicle is producing 12 to 15, 17 hairs, and every pore is holding about 2 to 3 follicles, and like they just have millions of them. So it's trillions and trillions of dead hairs on their body at any given time. So that's why, but if you notice, it slows down, because even though they are producing so much hair every single day, just unimaginable amount of hair every single day, see, it gets to a point where once you combed most of it out, it just goes through smoothly. See that? Like butter. Even the tail here that was so hard to comb out earlier, now it's just that tip. And every time I get to it, she reacts, but it's okay. We're almost done with that. So here's my plan. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since we're almost done and I almost got that tail brushed out, I'm gonna go ahead and scissor the feet, trim the nails if I need to, do everything else, and then bam, 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 touch up that tail at the very end. So, we're almost done, girl. Let's finish up. Okay. Get my Red Robin shears. Okay, come on, girl. Good girl. Alrighty, so what I'm gonna do is maybe I'll do over here so I'm getting a better view. Okay, so I'm gonna lift up that foot there, comb up some of that hair, right? That Grinch foot. There we go. There we go. Oh, oh, you're all right. Do you use the king comb on her? I just turned it. No, I'm not gonna use the king comb on her, the undercoat rake, because I want to keep most of this undercoat hairs intact so that her hair actually stands, you know, kind of has that volume to it, so it stacks properly. But if she was a King Charles Cavalier, um, then I would use the undercoat rake so that her coat would lay flatter to her skin. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna trim up her paws, clean up the hairs in between the pads. There we go. Oh, you're okay. All right. And that's one foot down. So now this foot here, same thing. We're just gonna comb that fuzzy hair up. Alrighty. And then oh, you're okay, girl. Okay. She's not very comfortable with that back leg. Okay. I'll just clean it up a little bit. Oh, well. There you go. Okay, so that one's done. Alrighty. Now we'll do this foot. Now, sometimes if it's really nasty and brown here, I'll actually pull that hair out. But with Bella here, I think she's doing really good already. I mean, she's already been through a lot today, so I'm just gonna, because if I start pulling at that hair, she's really gonna react, so I'll just leave it for this time. We could always try that another time. When we're not doing so much work on the coat, maybe we can spend a little more time on that foot there next time. You're okay. You're all right, girl. There you go. Good girl. Now this one last foot. Okay. You're okay. All right, girl. So there we go. So they're not perfect, but you know, they're cleaned up. No, that does remind me I haven't done the nails yet, so I gotta do the nails now. Just gonna clip them and file them. Okay. I thought. Okay. Good girl. Oh, you're okay. It's okay, Bella. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We just disconnected for some reason. But yeah, TG, if you're still watching this, on a flat coat retriever, yes, you do want to use the Coat King, the undercoat rake, to get that coat to lay flat. But with Bella here, because she's a Great Pyrenees, we want that coat to stack. We want her to look like a big cloud. We're not going to use it on her because I want some of that undercoat to keep her coat, you know, stacked. Okay. So, we're clipping her nails now. She doesn't really like it. You're okay, girl. Come on. There you go. But her dew claw is really needed. Kind of long. There we go. Good girl. Go. Ugh. Oh, battery. Okay. Now we gotta do her other back foot here. I already got her other one. Okay. Good girl. That was long. Let me see. Wow, that one's long too. You're okay, girl. Let me see it. No one's trying to hurt you. Nobody's gonna hurt you, girl. Good girl. Awesome. Wow. Look at that. That's the piece I cut off. Isn't that gnarly? Look at that. Look how big that. Okay, so. Alrighty. You okay? Let me see, girl. Let me see this leg. Okay. Okay, I already got that. So now we're just gonna file it. Good girl. Okay. Now the reason for the file is just to smooth the edges so that she's not walking around with such rough edges. But if she gives me too much of a fuss, then I might just touch her nails with it just to get her used to it. But not really, you know, make a big deal out of it. Okay, girl. There you go. Alrighty. She's so big. Oh, man. Okay. Okay, so this is the only challenge of doing it on the floor, is that they have so many options to get away from you, so many ways that they can, that, you know, usually if they see an option, they'll take it, you know? So it's just a little tougher sometimes. So it does help if you have two people, but we actually emailed our clients and asked them if it would be okay for me to hire an assistant, and a lot of them were saying they really weren't comfortable with it. Ugh. Oops. So that's that. So we're not gonna hire an assistant because, and I understand, you know, we're bringing them into their home, so. Alrighty. Okay. You okay? Okay. Well, so we clipped the nails. And as you can see, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to force the issue. Um, you know, she's already been so patient with me, not biting me for one thing. So, all right, I'm just going to give her a little break. She's over there by the window, her happy place. Let me just take a minute here. Let's see here. Okay, perfect. So, yes, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go through and try to get that tail one more time. But other than that, I mean, we got our nails. Oh, you know what? Just for fun, let me see if I can brush her teeth. Alrighty, so let me have it pictured over here. There you go, Bella. Good luck. Yeah, so let's do that. I'm gonna brush her teeth real quick. So I'm gonna leave the camera here while I get the toothbrush. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I had to use the restroom. All right, so alrighty. So Ira says, "Good luck." Ira, thank you for staying with me even through all of that. Okay, so this is what I'm using here. It's that Sentry Petrodex finger brush glove, and I don't really like it because every time I put it on, it's just so hard to put on, and the material is like so flimsy, it just breaks. So here's what I've been doing. I've just been sliding this on the best I can, right? And it has a little bristles right there, and it has little bristles right here on the thumb, right? And then the rest of it, I just kind of pull it off. So literally just the thumb. So I haven't really been recommending it a whole lot because I just don't like the quality of it. And I feel like the company maybe is just being able to get away with this because they figure it's just a throwaway one anyways, and who cares? Nobody's probably gonna really notice. I notice quality sucks. I'm gonna find something to replace this as soon as I'm able to. I do not like this product. Can't say enough bad things about it. Anyways, the only reason why I'm using it is because rather than using a toothpaste, toothbrush, because a toothbrush, no matter how clean I get it or clean how thorough I wash it, I just feel uncomfortable putting it in another dog's mouth after I put it in one dog's mouth. You know, it just makes me feel uneasy, like the possibility of cross contamination. So that's the only reason why I'm using these, because it's disposable, but I really don't like it. Okay, so hey girl, see that tree? It's a tree, girl. There you go. Oh, what a good girl, Bella. So I want to brush it. See, it says brushing action. Good girl. Oh, sorry, girl. I gotta get this other side too. See that tooth there? Good girl. Oh, yeah. Nice. What a good girl. So I got both sides. So, when I was out in Arizona, I went to a seminar about like dog teeth, like canine dental care, and the veterinarian dentist said that it's actually the mechanical act of brushing that does most of the benefits, not so much the toothpaste. So I'm using this right now, True Dog Gel Me, but it's not really so much the toothpaste. Just like it wouldn't matter so much if we were buying like really expensive toothpaste if we weren't actually brushing and getting all the nooks and cranny. So she was saying focus more on the brushing action rather than. So that's a little tip there. Uh, Ira, yeah, looks so. Yeah, it is flimsy. I don't like it. I use it only because, I don't really have it. I haven't found something better yet. TG, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for watching, TG. Thank you for sticking around. So yeah, she's all done. She's got. Before I let her go, let me just see if I can just touch up that tail. One last time. All right, girl, you did so good. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you, Bella. Alrighty. I'm just gonna see if I can get your tail one last time, okay? Just to make sure that tip is all combed out. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, good girl. Look at that. It's a little thick right there. I'm glad I. Thank you so much, Bella. There you go. There we go. All right, that last little bit. All right. Yes. And that was it. That's just that last little bit that came off of her. And she's done. She's done. We did it. I'm just kidding. But anyways, oh my goodness, look how beautiful she is. Bella, I'm so proud of you. Look how beautiful you are. Oh my, look at that. Beautiful, silky. Oh my goodness. Now this foot here, it's healing a little bit. Let me spray a little bit of this aloe. There you go. Alrighty, but yay! Thank you, Ira. Well done. Thank you so much. Look at that. So she is a little still, you can see a little clumpiness here too, but that's okay. You know, I'm gonna come back and she's not gonna be blowing so much coat the next time I come back. So I'm gonna be able to do all of that and get it done a little bit better next time. There you go. Okay. Asherina Mercado. I think Bella just wants to give us a tour of the house. She basically showed us the, well, this room at least, this one room. This is what I go through every time with my big baby. I mean, yeah, there's really no secret to it, right? I mean, it's like, go rake the leaves. Is there really an easy way to do it? You just got to go out and do it, you know, and then you start sweating. But once you're done and you look at the yard and it's beautiful and the leaves are all raked up, you feel so proud of yourself. And you know that that's something that you did that no one else can take from you, you know? And that's the feeling that I get when I look at the dogs that I grew and look at that. See, all of that is out. Nobody can put that back in our code, you know, and ruin what I did. Nobody can do that. Okay, Naja went. Naja says, hi June, I cannot commit to a dog at the moment, but would definitely want to adopt one when I retire. I find your approach to grooming so educational for all levels of relationship with the dog. Wow, Nadia, thank you so much. That means the world to me, really. Wow, and I'm getting paid for this? What? Like, oh my, who lives like this? Who lives like me? I'm just kidding. Anyways, oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at this, and just for a fact, see this? Look at that, like butter, all the way through the. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. So you know if this comb can slide through like this, when your hand goes through, it just feels so silky smooth like butter. Oh my goodness, beautiful. Alrighty, so I'm gonna let her go back out to her family. I'm chopped liver now. That's the thing. It's like, oh, I spent all this time and I love them so much. Oh my goodness. Mwah. And then when they go back to their family, I'm literally like chopped livers. But hey, that's the honesty of a dog, right? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you got something out of this because I really do. I appreciate your time and attention. So I'll see you guys next time. Happy grooming.